Hello, good day everyone. So today I'll be explaining and talking about what strategy is. So I'll be taking Michael Porter's view on what strategy is. A strategy must be a thing which must be sustainable and maintained over time to maintain success. When considering the strategy, when building a strategy, the marketplace and competition plays a major role. So most of the companies nowadays focus on when building a strategy. They focus on being the number one company. But according to Michael Porter, it is not being the number one. When building a good strategy, a company must mainly focus on building a unique product or service. By building a unique product or service, the company or the firm will have an uh, competitive advantage over other companies. The next part I'll be explaining will be the views that comes under strategy. There are mainly three views that comes under strategy. The first one is the outside in view, the second one is the inside out, and then the emergent strategy view. So what is, first I'll be explaining what outside in strategy is. So what is actually outside in strategy? So in the outside in strategy view, what they mainly analyze is the external industries. So for this they have defined two analysis tools. The first one is the pestle framework. So for the pestle framework, I'll be taking Tesla as an example. So Tesla is a well globally known, well renowned electrical vehicles building company, automation company, automobile company, sorry. Under pestle there are six factors that simply derive pestle, which are political, economical, socio-cultural, technological, environmental, uh, legal factors. So the first factor is the political factor. When it comes to Tesla, they considered factors like initiatives of electric vehicles done by governments. Also, another political factor is what they considered is the new global trade agreements. So the next factor is the economic factor. Under this, factors like what they have found opportunities were in factors like decrease in renewable cost, decrease in battery cost. Those were the main economical opportunities that they found. So the next one is the socio-cultural factors. In this, they considered as an opportunity the increase in popularity of low carbon lifestyles and increase in preference for renewable energy. Then the next factor is the technological factor. Technological factor, what they had opportunities were high rate of technological change, increase in demand in automation, and increase in demand in automation business. And the fourth one is the environment. The fifth one is the environmental factor. Here, climate change was a main factor what Tesla analyzed. So since Tesla is an electric vehicle producer, they had zero effect on the climate change, since all their vehicles were zero carbon emission vehicles. And the final factor is the legal factor. They found opportunities in expanding international patent protection and energy consumption regulations in their analysis of pestle analysis. And the next tool is the Porter's 5 forces. Here, I'll be taking Under Armour as the example, which is a well-known performance apparel company. The first force is the competitive rivalry. When it comes to competitive rivalry, when there are lower number of businesses in their field itself, the competitive rivalry is low. But compared to Under Armour, they had other brands like their main competitors were Nike and Adidas. The advantage that Nike and Adidas had were they had really huge amounts of capital and resources that they invested in the company. So they had an advantage in that force. The next force is bargaining of suppliers. So bargaining of suppliers is when we talk about when the number of suppliers are lower, the power of the suppliers will increase. But when it comes to Under Armour, their products were manufactured in many parts of the world, so they had very low leverage to the suppliers. Then the third one is the bargaining power of customers. Under Armour had two main types of customers, which were the wholesale customers and the end user customers. The wholesale customers had an advantage they looked over an advantage on Under Armour because wholesale customers had other reputed brands which they could easily substitute Under Armour with, where they can earn a larger profit margin. Then when we talk about the end user customers, Under Armour had an advantage over them, since the other brands which were with the end user customers were not well reputed compared to Under Armour. The next force is the threat of new entrants. So new entrants, like when a brand is a newly started brand, they have to have a huge amount of branding, especially a capital, then branding, advertising, marketing. So new brands, it's very difficult to find that amount of investment to do to be an effect. So Under Armour did not have that problem. Then the final one force is the threat of substitute products. Here, since the demand of apparel, performance apparel wear is increasing day by day, Under Armour will not be affected by this factor. So the next view I'll be talking about is the inside out view. Here the term RBV, which is resource based view. So for a firm to gain a competitive advantage, it should contain valuable, rare, inimitable and non-substitutional products or services. So this is where the VRIO analysis comes into action. So for this, I'll be taking Rolls-Royce as an advantage, Rolls-Royce as an example. So the main strengths that Rolls-Royce have to have a competitive advantage for brand reputation and heritage. So as you know, Rolls-Royce is a well-known automobile company, and their marketing is a really huge strength of Rolls-Royce, since they do not have any advertisements. As you know, they don't have any advertisements on the internet or anywhere else. It's from word to word, a marketing strategy is used by them, since their customers are very high-end customers. And the technological innovations, they find like the new technological innovations are included in every Rolls-Royce which are coming in the future and which are now. Then the final view is the emergent view. This type of strategy is this can be used by businesses which takes a longer time to which are in the business for a long time, so they adapt to uh, the changes what they face during their time, and so on. When talking about strategic planning, it's not always about advantages. Sometimes there can be limitations of strategic planning as well. The number one would be the consumption of time. Since it is a research-based analysis, it takes a longer time for a strategy to be implemented. So it's a really time-consuming process, and also they need skilled people to do their implementation. So that will be my presentation. Thank you.